just obviously starting with how important is Black Label and Chiefs brand coming together?
Firstly, let me congratulate Cullen Black Global and Kaiser Chiefs for the partnership. We all know that Cullen have been in soccer for so many years, and I see this as an elevation or something that is going to take the Kaiser Chiefs brand to another level. And also, I need to commend the marketing department at Kaiser Chiefs for this kind of initiative that they bring Cullen Black Label on board to partner with Kaiser Chiefs. But this is not just only Kaiser Chiefs. This is talking about our supporters, something that it has never been done before. And for them to have acknowledged and bringing on Cullen, for them to be supporting the supporters and giving away those prizes. There's a huge one that they've just announced, and it will obviously motivate the supporters for them to come and support the club. But above all, I must say thank you very much to all the Kaiser Chiefs supporters because they've been marvelous. So now this is the time for you guys to show love to the boys because Cullen is coming up with good goodies for you guys. So big ups to Kaiser Chiefs family for this kind of initiative.
You had a powerful closing where you were talking to the fans about the importance of supporting the team, especially during this time of social media and when the players are reading.
Yes.
And some of them, they even get sent messages directly.
I know, yeah.
How important is this?
I think the game has evolved and everything that we experiencing now, it has never happened before. Personally, when I was still playing, there was no social media. And when people want to criticize you, they will just come face to face and tell you played a bad game or you're not a good player whatsoever. But our players need to be aware in terms of what is said on social media because, I mean, it's very crazy, you know. But if you lose your focus and your dignity and who you are and focus on things that are going to derail your performance and your future endeavors, clearly you're not going anywhere. But the most significant thing, I would like to tell you that criticism is actually the best tool to build you. Because if you're in a comfort zone, you're not going to get the best out of you. Up until somebody poke your eye. And that's when now you'll realize that it's tough out there. It's for you now to start to dig deep and perform to your best ability. But talking to the supporters, I was just saying, they are forgetting who they are. Because Kaiser Chiefs has got a slogan that says, Amakos, Abafana Bugutula no Paul. Now, when they focus on what is said in other platforms by other supporters of different teams, they lose who they are. They need to know that they carry a vast history. They are the ones that made this history to happen. Now, if we all lose the focus and focus on things that have been said about the brand, we're going to lose the focus of building the brand to where we wanted to go. So I was just saying that they are the custodian of the games. These boys need them. For Kaiser Chiefs to be where it's supposed to be, it's a collective. It's not about the players, nor the management, or Dr. Kaiser Mtaung, or the legends, but the supporters also play a major role. So we need to be focused. Instead, come up with strategies that will make this team to be where it's supposed to be. And I would like to say one more time, thank you very much for the support you have shown for the past years. Through thick and thin, this is what you guys were all about. This is what makes you to be the Amakosi supporter, because you've been there for Kaiser Chiefs, even if the days were dark, but you've been there. And we saw what happened last year, because they won the Nedbank. It's when now the good things are happening. Now on the log, they are third or fourth in the log, and they're going to be playing Zamalek, and they are topping the group. And with their support, this is what we're talking about. So we cannot achieve if there's a loophole within the family. We need everybody to be united, and let's sing one goal. We need to take the brand to where it belongs.
I'm sure it's also encouraging that you see the young boy Shabalala. He came here, even though he was criticized. You look at the runs he's making, the positions, and maybe it's an issue of finishing.
Yeah.
But you see that it's still there, and there's a reason this technique.
It's so unfortunate that there are certain things that, excuse me, a lot of people don't understand. There are things that we call them footballing problem. Now, if you look at the Kaizer Chiefs calendar or the schedule, it doesn't allow them for them to go regroup and fix those kind of problems. You know, like a Shabalala issue, you might probably think that he is not at his best because he's missing those chances. There's no player that goes on the field and do that for purpose of misleading. But he's a youngster, he's a young boy. He has shown before that he's one of the best players that we have produced from the development. Now, the only thing that is needed is just for us to rally behind the boy. And I just want to say to him that, look, at the end of the day, you have to design your own path and stop focusing and listening to people that don't matter. You are the person that needs to make this thing happen. So there are so many boys. I mean, even Fundo. I mean, you know, I can mention a lot of players, you know. So you're looking at Kaizer Chiefs where they are now. We even forget that they are topping the league, EKF. We're focusing on the history. We even forget that they are now not in the top 8 brackets where they are lying number 7 or 8. They are right there between 1 and 5. How did they manage to do that? Against all odds, they managed to do that. So clearly there's something that these boys and the coaches are cooking that is working for the club. Yeah, boy. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Just how genuine is the Chiefs challenge for the league, and maybe what's the next step for them to be able to be considered contenders for the league?
Based on my experience, I think, yes, you're right when you say nobody expected them to be where they are. But those are words that are uttered out of the Kaizer Chiefs family. So the focus here is not one to show us the fluidity of the game that made Kaizer Chiefs to be the best team in the country. It's work in progress. They have to take everything step by step. Don't rush everything. But for them to be where they are, I still maintain. Because people never thought, or probably what they are looking at is something that they never expected. But I need to give them credit. And what now they need to know, they are fighting to maintain that position. If not, leapfrog other teams to a better position.
Doug, 2 South African teams stand a chance to reach the quarterfinals of the respective competitions
Yes.
this weekend. Maybe let's start with Chiefs. What is it that they need to do? You know they need a draw or a win to progress. Let's start with Chiefs and then we come to Sundowns. Starting with Chiefs. What do they need to do?
You know, with Kaizer Chiefs, what is good about Kaizer Chiefs, they don't approach the domestic games the same as the CAF. Because remember, the coach alluded to the fact that some of the boys, or most of the boys at Kaizer Chiefs, don't have the kind of experience to play the CAF tournament. And this is work in progress where he's trying probably to instill, or maybe for them to understand that you guys don't underestimate yourself. Because you playing CAF tournament, you are the best, and you made it possible for you guys to be on top of the table. Because nobody else would have done that. So the least that they can do when they're going to play Zamalek, they don't have to put themselves under pressure. But they need to know that the supporters back at home, they're behind them. And these are the people that they need to put a smile on their faces. And secondly, just go out there, be yourself, enjoy the game. And the rest, we'll see after the game.
Yeah, of course, Sundowns need a win against MC Alger.
Well, with Sundowns, obviously, watching their games and all that, it's going to be interesting to see Sundowns advancing. At the end of the day, blood is thicker than water. I know our own is on the other side of the bench. But we're not talking about an individual here. We're talking about a club. Personally, I would love to see Roland also winning, but here's Sundowns, that's South African team. If Sundowns can get their acts together, they can be able to top the league because it's still open. So I would like to wish them all the best, but I'm not taking anything from Roland. Like I said, blood is thicker than water. It's not a matter of this brand here, this one. It's a matter of me being a South African and wanting to wish Sundowns all the best of luck.
Last but not least, talking of Sundowns, this is a big month for Chiefs.
Sundowns, Pirates.
Taking nothing away from Sundowns, they have been through a lot of issues.
I know.
I'm sure you've seen even the latest from yesterday.
No.
Suspended an analyst for allegedly sharing information with Roland. How important is for Chiefs and Pirates to capitalize on this to boost Sundowns?
Yeah. You know, it's okay for you to pose it in that fashion, but I would want to see any team in the PSL to challenge Sundowns without problems. Why do you have to wait for them to be crippled and then you take advantage of that? Then you are not at the best, and we don't want to say you are the best. They have their internal problems. Make sure that you yourself, you fix yourself and face them when they don't have problems. Then I will salute. But at the moment, I can't say that. You're waiting for them to be in a situation where probably there's crisis within the club, and you want to come and tell us that I've beaten Sundowns. Yeah, no. They're going through a phase. It's what we call, again, footballing problems. So I just hope and wish that they overcome that and become the Sundowns that we know, because they make this PSL game, the PSL league, exciting. They produce a lot of team players for South Africa, and we can't celebrate when Sundowns are having a problem. I'm praying and hoping that they resolve their problems, because we can't afford to lose Sundowns.
Especially on the continent.
Yes, because remember, I'll tell you one thing, that Sundowns are very important to us. When the draw was made here, World Cup, they asked the Mexican coach, what do you think about South Africa? He was talking about South Africa, but he answered by saying, I saw Sundowns playing in the Club World Cup with this and that. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the reason why I'm saying these guys, they've taken the flag, the pride of the nation to another level. Countries, teams respect South African football because of Sundowns and Pirates and all the teams that have played outside the South Africa.
What is their challenge football-wise?
I wouldn't know, because I don't know the DNA of Sundowns. The only thing that I know, the DNA is Kaizer Chiefs, because I've never played for any other team. Now, if you're saying what is wrong with Sundowns, then I need to go and get my bush.